Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. We are going through the Ten Commandments right now in Exodus chapter 20. Okay, and today we're talking about commandment number 5, which is over here. It's the first list. These are commands that are relationship to God, and then these are commandments in regard to relations with other people around us. So today we're talking about the first one: honor your father and thy mother. Okay, so King James says, honor thy father and thy mother, where the NIV says, well, I like better in this instance, is honor your father and your mother. Okay, and so let me read the passage here. It just says in verse 12, this is Exodus 20, verse 12. Honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Okay? That's saying you're going to live long in the land if you simply obey your father and mother, which is true. Okay? Well, of course it's true because it's in the Bible. But you can look at people that are rebellious against their parents. Their lives are actually cut shorter than what they do because they're doing some stupid things. All right? And their parents are giving them wise counsel, and they do foolish things, and thus they extend their life if they follow honor their father and their mother. Get this also, that the way you treat your parents is the way that your kids are watching you, and your kids are going to be treating you the same way. So if I'm dishonoring my parents and doing foolish things against them and not honoring them, my kids will see that, and then when I get older, my kids will treat me the same way. Okay, and so honor your parents, and your kids will most likely do the same to you. That's not a guarantee. You could have a kid that you honored your parents the best you could, and they come along and are rebellious, and they decide, my dad's a nut job, so I'm not honoring him. But anyway, overall, if you honor your parents, your kids most likely will do the same to you, treat you the same way. This is a good example here of there's a family in Genesis that this situation became very real to them. So if you can turn in your Bibles back to Genesis chapter 9, starting at verse 20. And this is talking about Noah. And this is a lot of times we hear the story of Noah and the ark and all that. But this takes place after the ark. And Noah has started to grow things, and he did some experimenting or whatever, and started growing some wine, and realized, there's alcohol in the wine, and drank a little too much one night. Okay? And you're going to see in the story how one of the sons was not honoring his father, and the other two were, and the result of that. So let's read here. This is taken from Genesis chapter 9, verses 20 through 29. It says this: Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. Okay. He got drunk. He made a mistake, just like we all make mistakes. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his two brothers outside. Okay, so this is Ham. There was Ham, Shem, and Japheth were the three sons of Noah. Ham is the one that saw his father naked, and he went and told his two brothers about it. So obviously, it wasn't just like in a whispered tone, like, "Hey, Dad, is naked in there." No, he was making a big deal about it, obviously, here, and broadcasting it. "Hey, guys, look, Dad's naked. You want to see Dad naked?" That kind of crazy stuff. Okay? Verse 23. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulders. Then they walked in backwards and covered their father's naked body. Their faces were turned the other way so that they would not see their father naked. They did everything they possibly could to honor their father, and so he wouldn't be humiliated at all when he came to in the morning. He would see that he was honored, not humiliated. Verse 24, when Noah woke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said this: He said, "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves, will he be to his brothers." Now you're looking at that and you're going, "Cursed be Canaan? Who's Canaan?" Remember, the three brothers are Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Let me tell you who Canaan is. Canaan is the son of Ham. Okay? So Noah is saying, "Cursed be your son, because you've done such a wicked thing and not honoring me." He's saying, "Cursed be your son." And that was passed down through all the generations. Okay? So the people of Canaan were not God followers, and ultimately were so involved in sin that God had to destroy those people, all right, through the nation of Israel. So he says, "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves, will he be to his brothers." He also said, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of Shem." That's one of the honorable sons. "May Canaan be the slave to Shem." Wow. "And may God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem. And may Canaan be the slave of Japheth." Wow. So he's really honoring Shem and Japheth, but Ham, he doesn't even mention Ham. Okay, he goes right to his son and gives that curse there. So pretty harsh. Verse 28, after the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Noah lived a total of 950 years. Then he died. Okay? But the big point of all this thing, of everything we're seeing here, is honor your parents. Okay? And that will, your life will be extended, and your kids will honor you usually in the same way. And you can see how it played out here, that with Ham, he's not even mentioned. The curse goes right to Canaan, and the whole, all the Canaanites were eventually wiped out by the nation of Israel. You can't find a people and any person today that says, "Hey, I was, from this area from Canaan." No one says that. Okay, you'll find Jewish people that will say, "Hey, I'm from, my great descendants were from Judah or Benjamin or whatever," but not from Canaan. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Honor your father and your mother. Lord's blessing to you. I will see you tomorrow as we continue our journey looking at the 10 Commandments.